Hello everybody. This video will be a little different. Usually I explain stuff using facts and such, but in this video I will just tell you about my opinion on how a socialist country could work. Please keep in mind that there are 7 quintillion forms of socialism and that everyone will disagree with me on this. Also, none of what I'm saying here is set in stone. It could all change if I come across a better way of doing things. I will tell you the macro side of how the national and global economy would work, as well as the way individuals would interact with that system. Feel free to tell me why your system is better and what its advantages compared to mine are. Also, it is not a utopian ideal of what could be, but what I perceive to be realistic to achieve in the next few years, if we get the needed support, that is. That being said, here we go. Right now, the economic unit is a country. Labor laws, minimum wage, quality standards, and so on are usually dictated on a national or state level. I would move that down to the county level. Also, I would rename counties to communes because that's a better word. Labor laws, as well as any other laws, would then be business of the people who work and live in a place, and not the politicians in a capital somewhere. This has many reasons. One of them is that decentralized governments are more flexible. Another one is that this reduces bureaucracy, which is nice. But most importantly, it gives people the ability
They
to
say
follow
a
the laws that are
streamer's
important to them,
community
instead of
is a
trusting
reflection of the
potentially corrupt
streamer
politician a few
himself.
hundred miles
After
away.
seeing
In my
some of
system,
these
all
videos
factories
that
would
your
be
own
employee-owned.
community has
That
linked,
means
can
that
you
those who
please
work in a
explain
factory
yourself?
are legally and economically responsible for it. How exactly that would work would be left up to the cooperatives themselves. They could elect one of the workers to become a manager, they could do direct democracy and have everyone vote on everything, or they could hire external managers. We'd like to keep our boss. He gave us pizza once a month in exchange for working overtime every single day. We don't want to lose him.
You're watching.
Not to worry, you can just elect him as a boss every few years. You just can't give him the ownership over the factory. If you like your boss, you can keep your boss. I would leave that up to the cooperatives for the same reason I would give the communes the power to change their own laws. Of course, that would have some effects. One of them is that financial markets would be a thing of the past, because only people who work in a factory can own a part of it, which means stock is no more. Rip Wall Street, you won't be missed. Of course, this could make funding new businesses harder. If you can't own the product you create, why create a product at all? And yeah, investors probably wouldn't enjoy that, but we can found new businesses without them. For example, the commune could fund projects, or some workers could band together and invest their money, which happens to be what the original idea behind issuing stock was, allowing for easy crowdfunding. There is no reason to assume that there would be fewer new businesses because of this. I would even argue that there could be more, since the communes would prevent monopolies, for reasons I will get into later. And without monopolies, new businesses have a way higher chance of surviving. This would offset the lower amount of businesses created by billionaire investors. If you're worried about innovation taking a hit, please watch my video on capitalism and innovation. TLDR, capitalism does not cause innovation. But what would be the upside of giving the workers the factories? At first, not much. They would elect new managers every now and then and they would keep on working, but at some point during an election, one of the candidates would notice that giving the employees better pay gets your votes. That way the manager would be encouraged to pay the workers more and cut his own pay. That way extreme inequality can be abolished without any other legal reform. And it's a similar case for automatization.
Jesus Christ, man.
The 2022 video meter evolved to the point where even Forsen became confused and triggered. I think it's time to stop before you get a video of a horse dick.
But it has to be 50,000 views or more.
We know you Pepega will slip up again.
And the strong
Said
urge
him.
to explore is taking the chicks further and further from the nest.
Maybe.